return to the classics.
Hello, beautiful beans. Hi, potato. Don't worry, I'm not judging you by your streak. And it still sucks that it reset if the number is important to you, but I promise that it isn't to me. Hi, Con. Hi, stars. Yeah, I know, I got up from the bed. I was evil and cruel and didn't lay there with you for longer. He's flipping his tail around like he's gonna go crazy boy here. We'll find out. Hi, how is everybody? How we doing? So far, everybody who said hello in chat is not American, so you didn't have Thanksgiving yesterday. Being a little quiet because I'm pulling up a reference image. Wrong folder. Here we go. We do still need to finish the background for the persimmon, but we'll work on the peach and the orange today too. This is the last stream of November. Yeah, all my purples in chat. Let's go. Yeah, this is gonna be the last stream of November, so I need to get these done this weekend. But we'll get a start on them here. I also have another project that I would like to try to at least get started over the weekend. We'll see how that goes. Next week is gonna be rough for me. I have a lot of shit going on. And I have something tomorrow that's going to make my brain state more difficult to deal with all of that. So there might not be streams next week. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'll see how I'm feeling and let y'all know in the Discord for sure. And I'll do my best to post that on socials too. But I have 2 modeling sessions next week. And therapy and D&D and all of the other work that I need to do. So, next week is going to be a little touch and go. We'll see. Yeah, I'll do my best. We did the 2 layers of lunar black on this, so it's lamp black next. I also made an unwise purchasing decision this morning and bought new brushes and some paints. I also maybe made an unwise purchasing decision last night. Don't worry about it. But I ran into, like, not even an announcement. It was just like a general artist trying to be helpful thing where there's a specific pigment that's being discontinued because, like, just, I guess the general market isn't there for it. Hi, Freezered! But, so that color was really on sale, so I bought a couple tubes of that. I say a couple, I bought 4 tubes of that. And grabbed some other stuff, because I mentioned last time that I was running low on Burnt Umber and New Gamboge, so I got those, and then I also got a different paintbrush set that was a little expensive, but it was really on sale, so I'm guessing that's Grim. Hi, Grim. That was not the best wine I've ever made in my life. I need to do this layer all at once, and then I will do the requirements. No Grim, only Zool. Alright, hi Zool.
Why can't you just take the freaking compliment?
Why are you in our refrigerator? I guess this color does match the outfit she wears. Actually. Oh, that is... Yeah, that's cool for where you are. We got above freezing yesterday for a little bit, so everything's a little bit of a mess because it refroze overnight. So we'll see how the roads are this week. Let me work on thinking about nice thing to say. That's fair. I mean, we have so much. I told you guys, Greg got a 20-pound turkey for 3 of us. There's a lot. There's a lot. So Greg already did the turkey stock, so I'll make soup at some point. And we have the stuff for me to make a turkey pot pie too, when we get tired of plain turkey. But we'll see when I have time to do that this week. Because I don't know why, but my brain had decided that the week after was the week that I had 2 modeling sessions, but it's not. It's this week. So I'm gonna feel mostly dead this week, I think. Especially because, the modeling session that I have on Thursday is, before my therapy session. Hi, Tens! And, well, there is an hour in between when I get done and when my therapy session starts. This teacher never ends on time, unless I'm the one in charge of timing. So I'm gonna be nervous about that. And, our house is, 15 minutes away, maybe. Often less than that. But it will still make me nervous. I did warn my therapist too. It was it shouldn't be a problem, but I'm gonna warn you anyway because it's gonna make me nervous. Yeah. But there wasn't another choice that I felt comfortable with, I guess is the way to phrase that. Because, I'm the only model for the rest of the semester. So if I had decided that I couldn't do that, that class who's beginning wouldn't have gotten their full curriculum that is helpful to them, so I would not have been happy about that personally. Because part of the reason I like doing the job is to help people, specifically students. But I'll manage. It'll be fine. I can do it. Oh, compliment for myself. Actually, this is kind of a repeat, but it's been getting better. But I did very good with my boundaries this week, even in a situation that was stressful. Because instead of waiting for the situation where I really needed to say the boundary only because it came up, I said it right off the bat and it went fine. Mostly. As fine as it was going to go, I guess. Grim actually saw that. I think I sent that full combo to Grim, actually. Hi, Oren! Okay, I've done that layer. I can now do other things. So I did good. I need to move this. I hope it doesn't disconnect. Put it too close to my water. I'm alright. I'm very tired and kind of cranky because I really didn't sleep well and I had a bunch of nightmares last night. Which I expected, but it's still annoying. Because I do, in fact, vaguely know how my brain works. Yeah, I'm taking Sippy. Motrin always makes me feel horrible. Okay, I'm doing body stretching. I don't know why. I did do a sippy. I did also start a new book last night. This is not related to anything else I was talking about, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Because it's my stream, and if you don't like random jump topics, then I don't know why you're here, honestly. Because, oh, thanks, Aaron, for gifting to Freezer. Yeah. Ooh, stretching hams. I started a new book last night and read like halfway through it already. I'm excited to see how it goes. It's a book that Jen recommended to me, Jumble Jen. And there was a very long wait for it at my library. So other people are interested in it too, which is generally a good sign. Although there are outliers. 50 Shades. You know, I do have some little black dots on here. So we're gonna try to... This pigment is pretty... Like the orange pigment is pretty intense, so it might get a little funky here. There. Alright. But I'm having fun with it. It was a good suggestion. I've also been playing a lot of Trash Goblin lately. Ooh, nice, Freezered. Yes, have good lurk. And enjoy your dispensary goodies. Hopefully at some point I can get a refill on my stuff, actually. I mostly do edibles, because vaping and or smoking makes my sinuses really mad at me. Sorry, excuse me while I pick at something on my face for 5 minutes. Hi, BP! Yeah, I get you, Freezer, for sure. I do them for anxiety, mostly. Or as, like, a hedonism treat, I guess. Also do a thing. Wow. Yeah. No, that's fine. Which makes sense, for sure. Glasses are filthy. I even cleaned them this morning. Yeah, definitely. It is very helpful for pain, I find. Although, depending on the pain for me personally, it sometimes makes it worse instead of helps, because it does generally make my inflammation worse. So if I'm having, like, joint pain because of pressure changes, that does not help. But generally, I'm self-aware enough to know when it's going to help and when it isn't. But that's just me living in a body that doesn't work versus, like, actually going through something, you know? Oh no, good luck, BP. Yeah, I'm not a pray person, but I will still pray for you. I know how bad overstimulation is. Yep. I feel that, Freezered, for sure. Definitely drew the sinus short straw. The genetics lottery. Hi, Tomato. Have good lurk. Oh, yeah, that would be. I figured it was going to be some sort of event, BP, because those are always overstimulation hell. So, I feel that for sure. All right. I need to let that dry before we do the next layer on that, and then that one's done until we finish all of them to do the stars on them. Do I want to work on the peach or the orange first? I'm kind of more excited about the peach, if I'm being honest, than the orange. But I'm excited about the peach pit. And I'm excited about the orange peel. Because, I don't know, that's how I work as a person, I guess. I do think I want to lighten up some of the pencil on this one, because the peel is going to be quite a bit lighter. There's... I lose gum erasers like it's my job. I don't know what it is about the color of a gum eraser, but I'm just going to pick up a little bit of this graphite, because I do use soft graphite because I transfer my digital line art to the paper, which means that it smears a lot easier. And if you're doing a light color, that'll like discolor the area. So it wasn't a big deal for the last couple, but for just this peel, it's gonna be a problem child. I need to not set that there because Con will step on it. So I guess I'm gonna just lay in flat colors for this one, and then we will move on with our lives to the other one. Oh, I did also find the keystone for this. I mentioned that I didn't know where I'd put it last time. I found it. Because I remembered something. Where something had fallen off of my nightstand. And startled Con, and he had like slapped at something, and I didn't pay attention to it because I was in the middle of something else. And I was like, oh wait, that's what that's gonna be. I found it. This to be very pale, which means much water. I also should probably brush some more of this eraser gunk off, or it's gonna get stuck in the paint and I'm gonna get cranky with it. This will end up looking a lot paler as we add more color. Ooh, I should also actually get out one of the other colors. There has been a turn in events for the Patreon color poll. If you're a patron and you have not voted in the color poll, you still have time to do that. But right now, the winner is one that will work for something else that I was thinking of. So, we'll see. Sometimes it changes, sometimes it doesn't, you know. But I like to keep an eye on it so I can start thinking. So I do gotta plan things. Oh, I will also say this is kind of, again, random. I didn't sleep well, so my brain is going to be dolphining really hard, which means I'm going to be under the surface and then pop up in a different place than you expected me to. Tomorrow is Rainbow Sheep's birthday, and she's doing an event stream, so you should come hang out while she does her birth. Yes. Does her birth activities. Hi Toast, how you doing? Okay. I'll do. Yeah, I feel that. Me too. I am also the sleepy TM. Okay. Hi, Illuminati. Good to see you. I mean, you can say whatever you want, or you can say nothing. That is also allowed. The edge of my water glass is so dirty. Because I always end up touching the brush to the edge, which means it just gets really gross. I mean, you have to control the amount of water you have in the brush, but also means you get a bunch of pigment on the edges. Looks kind of grody. Oh, I love that there's cat hair on everything. Probably just want to do a very pale yellow wash for the segments in here to start out with, because that will end up being our high highlights. Hopefully, if I manage to preserve them. I didn't do great on that on the on the cantaloupe. I think like it ended up looking good and it's fine, but I did lose some of the high highlights, you know. I was messing with stuff. I think just doing pale yellow will work. 10 for 10! Let's go! Anything else important to say? I don't know that I do. I was considering doing some sort of sale for like Black Friday, but my last like 3 sales coupons have not gotten any takers, so I kind of feel like it isn't really worth the effort for me to set them up at this point. So maybe I'll wait for a bit. And like, I know the economy's in the shitter, we all know, and we know why. Like, I get that people don't have as much disposable income and everything. It's just frustrating. And as a business person, it gets kind of frustrating. Okay, right now we have a lemon. Eventually it will turn into an orange. I can also do some base colors for the peach, and then we can do the other background on the persimmon and finish that. What did I do there? That's what I did. We're gonna try to do similar colors on both. The hit of the peach is gonna maybe throw the color balance off a little bit, but we'll see. This is actually the direction it's supposed to go because I put my little arrow. But we will start with similar colors on the peach. The peach doesn't have as many high highlights, but it does have that kind of veiny quality that I did in the cantaloupe too. So we might end up doing that. So move you out of the way. Oh, I guess that's something I could talk about. We had a big earthquake yesterday. We had a 6.0 pretty close. Early in the morning. Which means it woke me up and I couldn't get back to sleep. Which everything's fine, if you couldn't tell by the way that I was talking about it. I know that often when there's a relatively large earthquake here, people get freaked out for me, which I appreciate, don't worry. But yeah, such is the way here. Although we haven't been having as many big earthquakes lately here, like in my area specifically, which always worries me. Because we like a lot of smaller earthquakes. That's great because it means that the pressure is getting released. If it goes for a really long time without doing one, that's scary. Although it did make me realize. Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we're like right on some tectonic plates, so ours is pretty dramatic compared to elsewhere, for sure. But it did make me realize that this actually wasn't the first like big earthquake that Con was in the house for, because when we had the really big earthquake, which is, I think it ended up being labeled as like a 8.1 or something. It was like really big. But the Con's true mother, her power had gone out and they had to leave the building because there was a gas leak because of the damage. So they kind of camped out in our living room for a bit because it was winter, right? So having the gas out and everything means your house gets cold. Well, it's an apartment, same difference. So she and her partner and her 2 dogs and her 2 cats were here in our living room for a bit. But the cats were both stayed in their carriers so that they wouldn't, run off and we wouldn't be able to dig them back out when they had to go home. So Con has in fact been here for big earthquakes because there were a lot of aftershocks from that one because it was large. Yeah, after a while you don't notice. Honestly, like up here, I don't even really notice like anything below 4.0 anymore. Like it's just background noise at this point. I think I'm gonna do orange was the base color for the pit. Build up from there, because obviously the pit is brown, right? And for browns you can generally have either red base brown or like an orange base brown. So we'll go with orange, since that is the color of the month that we are trying to feature. Got a little, I decided to put the little bit of the skin outside of here. Make a little, because peaches definitely have those little like divot where the stem goes. I kind of wanted to include it, so I'm including it. It's my show and I make the rules. So I'm just putting a tiny bit of green where the stem goes, because we only have like a little bit of it showing. I still wanted to include it, so. Okay, that's base colors for those guys. Well, the wash, the underwash, it's not really a full underpainting or anything. It's just like the first layer. And we can do the last layer on our persimmon background, and then that's done. Actually, do I have? I do have my big book over here. So, because that means that I can spray the back of this in cantaloupe and stick them in the book to flatten them out a little bit once they're dry. Well, once this is dry. The back spray shouldn't mess with anything, but I don't really want to stick it in a book and end up with my $300 textbook that I use having a bunch of watercolor on the inside of it. Because it is like a useful reference book just in general. I used my human osteology book, which has a bunch of pictures of the entire human skeletal structure. So it's a good reference if you're trying to draw bones. I do wish there was something similar for animals in a more like generalized sense, but they're all split into like more specific stuff, which like I get, because like just saying animals is like a very wide category. But still, I would like just a huge book. A huge fuck off book that's just like pictures of animal skulls from different angles that are actually done by scientists, so you know that it's the correct skull. Because people mistake which skulls are which a lot for art. I'm always very careful about it. I say as if I've done like a huge amount of animal skulls. I've done one animal skull. And I had plans to do others, and I didn't. Maybe I'll go back to that at some point, because the spirit terrarium that I did for the violet color of the month, like forever ago, that was one of the pretty early ones, actually. But it's also a sticker, and you can get it as like a coloring page too in my shop. But that one I did a rat skull for. Yeah, I do. I do. I need a bone tome. I also need bone time, but somebody decided to live way too far away from me. And hi, Shani. No, actually, I do need to, speaking of somebody who lives way too far away from me, I got a commission today, finished commission that I need to post places. I was gonna give the artist time to post it if they wanted to. But I'll share in Discord and stuff. You might be able to, if you follow me on Tumblr, figure out who might have done this commission. They did it really fast too, I was impressed. Because I literally ordered it, like, what, 4 days ago, maybe? Right, that's the persimmon. And I can tell I got the background dark enough because it disappears into the table. So you're trying to adjust the color automatically. I do not want you to do that. Stop it. Okay, this can go over here for a bit. This can sit up here until it is dry. Let's see. Since I'm more excited to do the peach, I think I'm gonna do the orange first. Because, like, I don't know, I'm always specific about what order I do things in, so I always try to, like, front load the biggest amount of work. So I do the hardest part first. And since I'm excited about this part, it's going to give me more serotonin, which means I'm going to leave it to the end. Because I'll be more excited to come back to the project, you know? Which is, I know that I have to do, like, really, really weird brain jumbles in order to function as a normal person. But, like, that's so silly. I do think that I could blast the peel out pretty fast, but I think I'm probably going to work on it as I work on the other stuff, because I want to layer up the same colors pretty much. So let's see. We lighten up to like a more yellow-orange near the edges of the reference image that I'm using. I will show you. Here's our reference. I once again thank people on Pixabay who take weirdly specific pictures and let anybody use them. You're the real MVPs of art. Thank you. It means I don't have to worry about getting sued for using a reference photo, even though I am drastically changing stuff, especially for this project. Sometimes, like with the cat that we did at the beginning of the month, I guess it was more mid-month, but if I had gotten this reference photo from some other place, I could get sued for it, even though I like added the paw and it looks like it's got a different background, it's got a different foreground kind of a thing. But I did do a lot of referencing here, which is like the main focus of the painting. So you gotta be careful. That's one piece of advice I can give to anybody who's trying to do art. You gotta check and see if your reference images are actually allowed for use. There have been multiple issues where people, like painters specifically, have ended up getting called out for copying people's like art photos and just like flipping them around or something without doing like any major changes to them. Hi, Amma. And then you get sued. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't have get sued money. Great. We have a fair amount of other orange in here. So I can plop this down in here. Me trying to understand my own lines. And like the rule with copyright stuff for that is that you have to have done significant like artistic change to the reference image. You can't just like take the photo and stick a filter on it and say that that's yours now. But that is pretty subjective, so better to watch your ass. Hello? Hi, Rainbow! And thanks again, Bwib. Yes, everybody, I said this already once this stream. Tomorrow is Rainbow's birthday. Go hang out with her for her birthday because she's doing a birthday stream. Happy early birthday, Rainbow. Okay, I think I should do this color as the underpainting and then do a different watercolor as the wash over top, because this specific brand has a more opaque quality to it because of the binder they use. So if I try to do a wash with this one over the top, it won't. So we can start just slapping shading in here a bit. This is gonna look like nothing until it looks like something too. It's just gonna be one of those. Rainbow has also updated her throne list in the past month. Just throwing that out there, because I get email alerts whenever Linda messes with her throne wish list. I don't have those notifications on for everybody I follow on Throne, but I do have them on for Rainbow. Just saying. Yeah, my friends think they can escape getting gifts. You can't. It's cute that you thought that, though. Yeah, they do. I do think it's a setting that you have to turn on. I have very clearly bumped this camera when I was setting up because you guys can see the full-on edge here. Let's scooch you back over a little bit, huh? There you go. I do think that you have to have that turned on. I don't remember if I said that already or not. Or you can turn it off, I guess. But yeah. It will tell you, like, oh. Ooh, nice. Yeah, is anybody falling prey to the purchaser holiday? I already said that I did twice, so. Because I don't particularly like this fact that is about to be shared about me, but I did fall for a Shein something last night. I got a suggestion from Instagram and it's like, all right, actually, yeah, even if this is going to be a hella cheap fabric that's awful, this will still be worth it to me. Because they are all awful fabrics. Ooh, yeah, nice. Love that. Also, just a pro tip, make sure you check that it is actually on sale. And they didn't just raise the price in order to make it look like it's on sale. If you're going to do the Black Friday thing. Because I know for a fact that Target has artificially inflated all of their Lego kits right now and are pretending like they're on sale, but they aren't. So they actually like raised the price by 20% in order to cut it 20% to make it at list price on the Lego website. Because Lego like basically never goes on sale. They're very Nintendo about how they do business. Just they know you'll buy it for full price, so they aren't going to do a sale. Yeah, Black Friday isn't really real anymore, honestly. And like if you want an actual good deal for Black Friday, for the most part, like what it used to be, really got to actually shop small business because we're like the only ones who still respect the original. And like obviously small businesses cannot afford to do the huge hikes like big businesses can, but we do actually give you a discount, generally speaking. I was considering actually, instead of doing like a discount, doing like a limited edition kind of print test thing. And I was like, I don't know if I actually want to do that. It's like I have enough work going on right now. I don't really need to be adding more stuff, you know? Even though I think it would be fun. So I can save that for another time. Like, I usually do a New Year's bear sale every year because my family had a tradition. Oh my god, I love that freezered. My family had a tradition when I was growing up called the New Year's Bear, which was a compatriot to Santa Claus who do not understand my line, what my lines were doing here. I love that I spent all this time doing lines and I'm just almost completely disregarding them. It's fine. But the idea was that the New Year's bear came at New Year's, as you might guess, and brought you what Santa hadn't brought you that you wanted. And it was actually a very smart way for my family when we were not like well off, because my dad started out as an adjunct professor and worked his way up, so we did not always have a lot of money when I was growing up. It was a smart way to like space out the cost of big presents and also catch sales from after the holidays. So I usually, in honor of that, and because I think it's just kind of fun, I usually do a New Year's bear sale around New Year's. So maybe I'll do it as part of that. Yeah, I saw some of yours, Rainbow. Those all looked great. I actually realized something that I want to get you. But not right now. Maybe later. I realized there was some place where I was like, oh, actually, they would have something that Linda would like, and that's a business that I enjoy supporting, so. Just you wait, Missy. I do also, just like, this is just a general on my to-do list thing, I do need to pack up the gifts that I got for Cap and his family and mail them, because they will take forever to get there. Ah, nice tens. Yeah. What are you? It's another one of those things where I'm like, I made all these lines, but I don't know what they mean anymore, so we're just gonna riff, and it's fine. Because I'm always like, I will need these lines. I really don't, but I feel like I didn't actually, like, do the work if I don't have lines there. I don't know. It's very, very weird brain, I guess. It's like, yeah, I do know that my brain is weird, but sometimes it's weirder than other times. That's good. I don't know why, but I've been dropping like a massive amount of frames right when I start up every single time. Which is interesting. Hi, Doodle. How you doing? Excellent. We love a crock pot meal. What are you making, Shawnee? We have to know. That's fucked up, Tens. Your work has kind of been real shitty lately, huh? Oh, excellent, Doodle. I hope it goes well. Good luck. Yummy. You were saying you wanted to make that again recently. I feel like I'm forgetting to say something. Who knows? It's a mystery. Yeah, we have like a lot of food left over. I actually didn't even have any pie last night. Greg got one of the big ass pumpkin pies from Costco. Yeah, they're fucking gigantic. It's like taking up the entire top shelf of the refrigerator, honestly. Like, they're so big. Which, like, is good if you're, you know, a big family or something. But again, there were 3 of us for dinner last night. Like me, my brother, and a friend. That's it. He yelling at you? Yeah. That's so fair, Tens. You've been having a time. Like, I don't even know the full story, but I can see that it has not been an easy time for you. So I probably have said this to you already, but I do hope you have some kinder days coming. And if not, I'll have a talk with the universe's shins. I'm honestly very excited for the semester to be over. I'm not even a student. Like, I don't even need to do the big stuff. But at the end of the semester, my modeling schedule always gets, like, more intense. And it's even worse this semester because I'm the only one for the end of the semester. It would have been worse if I hadn't said that I wasn't going to work one of the, like, main class days. I would have been doing like 3 modeling sessions a week for the last month. And like, we love money. We don't love our body falling apart because we're earning money. Because my body don't work right. So after every modeling session, I have to take like cold meds as if I have the flu, because that's basically what it feels like the next day if I don't. Okay. It is what it is. It is kind of funny though, because I talk about my various weird body shit in therapy occasionally, because it does, like, believe it or not, your body and your brain are connected to each other. Wild concept, I know. But good tense. Yeah, I trust you of all people to take care of yourself correctly, you know? If that's what you think you need to do, I believe you. But like, I've been talking about it on like during therapy, and every single time I mention like some weird thing my body does, my therapist like gets kind of excited in a weird way, and is like, did you know that people with childhood trauma have a higher likelihood of the thing that you were describing? And I was like, yes, I do in fact know that. I have done my own research, but it's kind of cute in a way, where she like gets excited to tell me about how these things are connected. I don't know. It, like, I guess it could come across as like taking joy in my difficulties or whatever, but honestly, I just enjoy having somebody who actually likes what they do, to the point that they get excited to share facts, you know? Because I'm very much like that too. Oh, that's good, Rainbow. I'm glad you got some work done, even though you couldn't have the day that you really wanted. How is James feeling? You doing any better? Actually all in peace. I'm not being crazy. Well, I am being crazy because I am crazy, but not about this. Yeah, that's fair. I'm glad he's doing a bit better though. It's definitely no fun, especially around like not just one holiday, but two holidays, because not just Thanksgiving, but also your beautiful Linda was born, which is a holiday. Hi, DB! Good to see you. DB, do you want to see a cat I painted? I know that you do, so I'm going to show you. Look, I painted a kitty cat. Yeah, breathing out of his nose again is a good... Yeah, that's the finished one. And I actually didn't bring them out here, but I did print the prints for the postcard club for next month, and they turned out real good. If you're in my Discord, you saw a photo of that or you can see a photo of that in the Katie Update channel thingy. Man, I only saw your leg out of the corner of my eye, and I 100% thought you were Khan for a second.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I just thought it was funny, so I'm sharing. Brother Bean is here, everybody.
Hello.
Yeah, fair. This cat is spoiled, everybody. In case you didn't know. Everybody says hi. Yeah. And that's nice of you to like lay that out ahead of time, Rainbow. But I do hope that you get to do your birthday stuff the way that you want. I don't know that the sketch that I did would make a good coloring sheet. I think that I would have to alter how I did the line art. Honestly, well, I mean line art. It was a sketch. And maybe I'll do that at some point. The coloring, like, I do have a couple coloring pages on my website, and they've never done very well. And they take a lot of effort. So they generally don't seem to be of interest to people overall. Interestingly enough, Shawnee, Con would not take cheese from Greg twice yesterday. He did take the first offering once I offered it to him again. So Greg's response to that was, I guess, it makes sense to go through a cheesemonger you trust. Which I thought was pretty funny. But yeah, he didn't accept turkey from Greg either yesterday. Actually, a little piece, and we were obviously careful about how much stuff we give him because we don't want to hurt his little tum-tum. But yeah, he got a good amount of cheese yesterday from me. But Greg made mac and cheese yesterday, so there was a lot of like little bits of grated cheese around. Oh God, DB. Yeah, we just have the one right now. And it's not even our cat. We're just taking care of him for a friend. So we're kind of like, it's the equivalent of the cat going to Grandma and Grandpa's house, I think. Where like, you feed them ice cream for breakfast and stuff. Because like, you don't have to deal with the aftermath. But I give Con cheese after my breakfast every day. Because I use extra cheese in my breakfast. I think you guys might be able to hear him scratching his litter box if I shut up for a second. Nope, he stopped doing it. Nope, okay, it won't pick up. That's fine. What was I saying? Oh, I give him a little bit of cheese every morning after I finish eating my breakfast because I use extra cheese in my breakfast, so I just peel a little piece off for him. And it's gotten to the point where he recognizes the order in which I eat my food and knows which I eat last. And when he hears me bite into that piece, he starts paying attention. Like, he'll look at me and then he'll get up and stare at me until he receives his cheese. I feel like Moose is an appropriate name for a cat that is a little bit of a menace, you know? Because Moose do be like that. Actually, there was a email that went out for the college campus because there was a bull moose like chasing people around for a while and like acting aggressively. And they were like, hey, by this building, there's a bull moose who wants to stomp on you. Watch out. Because like 90% of the college campus police department's job is scaring moose off. So like you call the police department for the campus and they'll send out one of their cars to flash their lights at the moose. That is a beautiful name. I don't think I've ever actually seen all of Gladiator. Oh, that's great. I love that, DB. I don't know why Khan is named Khan. I mean, it's gonna be because it's one of my brother's friends and they're all nerds, but there might be a more specific reason. I don't know. Yeah, Maximus. Yeah, I see the transformation. Yeah, I call Khan Bubba more than I call him his given name. That's his nickname for me, is Bubba. He was Mr. Baby Man when he first came to the house, but now he's Bubba. And Jeff, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. The majority of this little segment is pretty dark. I might just mess that out right quick. That wasn't the way I should have started that sentence. I am pretty pleased with how fast I've been blasting out these fruits, which is something I would love to say during Pride Month some year. Yes, that would make a bit of a difference. I was talking last stream about one of the dogs that we had when we moved to Alaska, because we inherited basically my great grandma's dog, who was a show dog, and so he did not have his trouble nuggets removed right away. And so he was a terror to be around until we ended up getting him snipped. Because he pissed on everything. I cannot tell you how many times I came downstairs to find that he had pissed on my backpack. For no reason. There was no reason to do that. Yeah, I do like trouble nuggets. It's good. Well, if there's Black Friday sales on it, that doesn't surprise me, honestly. I do hope they get to yours soon. Feel like they should have a system where you can be like, hey, I have been dealing with this specific thing. I should get priority, actually. My neck is making horrid sounds. Almost like I didn't sleep well and slept all tensed up or something. Who would have thunk it?
Oh my god, why can't
Can you just take the freaking
compliment?
compliment? Did already do one compliment today, so I can't use that one.
Capitalism sucks.
Capitalism does suck. So true. This one can be kind of like a more specific one, because often I do like general ones where I've been doing better at general thing. But I have read 47 books this year. That's a lot of books. I've been reading like gangbusters. Which is impressive and cool of me. Very sexy of me to read that many books. It has been like a very wide smattering of books too. Like I don't just read one kind of book. So it's not just like all easy novels or anything. Some of those are like academic books and self-help books and that kind of stuff. I'm all over the place. I actually haven't read any Dr. Seuss this year. Maybe I should fix that. I have been going through Animorphs, which are relatively short, easy reads in a technical sense. They do have, you know, war and PTSD and stuff, but I guess so do I. Oh yeah? Let me know. Let me know. Give us the news. Yeah. That's so fair. I did slow down on those because I knew that you were still working on that one. So I'll go back to it whenever you start the third one. Can I like even vaguely keep track of where I am in this? I think the answer is no. That's fine. We'll figure it out. I don't like the passage of time. I hate that. 2020, almost 6 years. Like, it is a factual statement, but I don't like it. Oh, that's great! That's awesome, DB. Get your own little studio. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Actually, vaguely related to that. Maybe that's what I should ask for Christmas for this year from my father. Is to get the flooring done in that room downstairs. Which is supposed to be my studio, but I need to get the flooring done first. Ah, excellent. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. We'll see. We'll see. There's other stuff going on. But we'll see. Because there are definitely plenty of other things I could also ask for. Because generally I ask for big things that we can't afford on our own for the house, honestly. That's how we got the new dishwasher, is I asked for that for Christmas last year. And we do, our stove has decided to... Oh, it does kinda, huh? Yeah, I can see it. We got like a little beak right here. Got our eye. Here's the like neck ruff. Is he eating a little like berry or something here, you think? Yeah. Cannot see my lines. I think they mostly have just gotten so much time. Here. You don't need to apologize. You're allowed to be happy. Carefully stretching out my foot so I don't catch the cord and ruin everything like I did last time. I do think actually I've been live for like an hour and a half. I'm gonna take a quick break so I can, you know, do a little stretchy and go to the bathroom and maybe refill my water. Do I need to do that? Yeah, I do. So I'm gonna run some ads. I will be right back. Don't look at the ads. We hate ads here, but I would like to get $1 a month from Twitch because, like, you know, every dollar counts, I guess. And if I'm going to have to force ads on people, I might as well get paid for it. So don't look at the ads. It's stupid. Go take a break yourself, get a little stretch, get a snack, a drink, a treat. Look at something that's farther away from your face than your screen is right now. And that's good for your eyeballs. And I will be back here in about 3 minutes. All right? I'm back. You should be back too, at least from ads. Yeah, here we are. I also, while I was up, went and grabbed the print of the kitty cat. Look at how good they turned out. I'm so happy. I still need to sign these and like package them and stuff, but turned out real good. So if you want one of these, you can join the 15 or up tiers on my Patreon and you will get one of these mailed to you next month. Thank you, Shawnee. I just realized I could put more stuff on here. Because we have, in fact, done more thing. We did. Never remember how to spell it correctly. Like this, I think. Cantaloupe. And persimmons. I'm just gonna put orange and peach ones on here too. So I'm gonna get them done. I'm committing. Is it an E? I wrote it with an A. It's fine. I never spell it right the first time. Like, I always think, this way. It's never right. I've just given up on ever spelling it correctly. It's fine. I have never been a very good speller. You can always tell what I'm trying to say, but because it does like sound correctly if you sound it out. What's this line? Who are you? A is right? Alright. Yay. Maybe I learn sometimes. Obviously I do learn. Baby meow. Baby meow. I mean, spelled that way with the E, it is the way that you do it for the joke. Because the melons can't elope. Which I think is part of the reason why I want to always spell it with the E. And yeah, Google do be betraying you now that they've decided to suck AI's dick. It is not really a search engine anymore. It is a nightmare. Yeah, totally fair. Why Steam? I mean, there's plenty of reasons. I'm just asking why in specific. Yeah, I think honestly, like even if you do not use Google, we should continue to use the word Google as the general term for internet search, because eventually we will destroy the trademark. Oh. Because, yeah, Steam still has the, like, little toggle thing that they added. So true, Shawnee. Also, the oven. When you're roasting something. Where did they announce that? Like, legitimately, I'm curious so that I can share it with people. Yeah, totally fair, but I would be curious to read it. Even if it's not about Steam, it's going to be about somebody that I can then curse at, you know? Would you put that in the Discord too, please, Stars? That I can actually give it a proper peek-see later. Thank you. So many people get so butthurt about AI stuff. And, like, they never have an actual argument. It's just them being like, well, it's gonna be everywhere. Okay, but we are in control of how many people use that. So, like, for instance, I'm not going to use it. I know a lot of other people who aren't going to use it, so it will not, in fact, be everywhere. We will be avoiding it for as long as we possibly can. Yeah, 100%. I'm sorry that you guys heard that. I saw my PNG tuber pick that up. That was my hip popping, for anybody curious, my right hip in specific. I'm sorry that you guys heard that. That's horrifying to me. All good, all good. That's why we check sources. So that if somebody, you know, misremembers something or whatever, because I have definitely been guilty of that too. Yeah, exactly, Rainbow. It's people who got, like, sucked into the multi-level marketing scheme of AI. Although I guess really it's more of a Ponzi scheme, because that's what you call a multi-level marketing scheme when rich people get into it. Yeah, exactly, Freezer. They're just like, oh, this is gonna be the best thing in the world, and then it's just like, this is just a bunch of people in a circle jerk, actually. What was the point of this? Spicy autocomplete. Yeah, like, honestly, I can lie to you just as well, and I use a lot less water. And also, I can actually inflect my voice in a way that's fun. You know? Like, give me $6 million to lie to you instead. Yeah. Oh my god, when I was in Canada visiting folks, this was specifically in Toronto. One of my Ubers was a Tesla. And I did not know how to open the door. Like, I just stood there like a fucking idiot until the guy opened the door from the inside for me. And I felt really stupid. He also drove like an idiot, but like, Teslas. It at least was not a Cybertruck. If it had been a Cybertruck, I would not have gotten in the car, I think. But like, why would you make something so difficult? I don't understand why you would just decide to make a basic thing like a car door handle more difficult. Yeah, 100%, Shawnee. Like, technology used to be to solve some sort of thing. And now it's just to solve why doesn't this billionaire have another $6 billion in his pocket, and that's it. Yeah. As if it trickled at all. Like, sure. There are easier ways to say you want to piss on the poor. Well, I also know that, so... And I am younger than you, actually, so I know this to be a fact. Yeah, and to be fair, Tesla was a thing before Elon got into it and was actually like one of the few very environment conscious cars you could get like at the start of things. But then a man baby bought it because he needed to feel important. And literally bought the founder title. Like, he did not found that. Yeah, exactly. It was the only electric car for a long time. And they were legitimately like a big thing when it was back with the actual founders. He is. Like, he's sad. Like, he just reeks of sadness all the time. I still remember when there was that trend going around on Twitter where you took a picture of your nightstand and posted it, and he did that. And it was the saddest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Because, like, he clearly had cleaned it up and set it up for the photo, which was not the point of the thing. But when he had done that, he did not wipe down the nightstand, which meant that you could see the massive amount of rings from lowball whiskey glasses on his nightstand. And, like, this is common in his life in general. He put a lot of effort into the wrong places, so he looked just like the saddest person in the world, which I think that he is, honestly. Yeah, honestly, Shawnee, I talk about that all the time. Ugh, it makes me so mad. Poor Tesla. I hope that he's happy in heaven with his pigeon wife. Do I believe in heaven? I don't know. That's above my pay grade, but I do hope that it's real just so that Tesla gets to hang out with his pigeon wife. If you know, you know. If you don't know, I can tell you, but it's more fun to just drop that little tidbit and then change the topic. Because it's a real thing. Tesla did had a full boyfriend before it was cool.
You know, sometimes we're not prepared for adversity.
I don't know specifically, DB. Like, in general, they were really shitty cars, which was the point of them being used on, like, in the Back to the Future movie. Because the idea was, like, this is going to be another old reference, but it was basically the equivalent of using a Pinto for your time machine. Or a Cybertruck, I guess we could say. Where it was supposed to look really cool and futuristic, but it was actually just a completely shit car. Yeah, I know my fellow Tumblerinas know about the Pintos do, in fact, explode. They had a, yeah, exactly. So they look kind of cool, but they were really shitty. But yeah, they had a gas tank issue where if they got rear-ended the correct way, yeah, one specific model of Pinto, or year. But if you got rear-ended, your car could explode. Which is generally not something you want your car to do. Just in case anybody wasn't aware. You don't really want to be in an exploding car, like, general concept. Nice! I did read the Percy Jackson series last year. I hadn't read them before. They did read very much like they were written in 2006, which they were. But I do like that, I never remember how to pronounce his last name correctly. Rick Riordan, is that right? Like, updated his own lore and stuff when he learned that some of the stuff that he'd done wasn't great. Which is good. We love to see somebody capable of growth. I read the original series. That's fair. I specifically read the original series because somebody else mentioned it, and I was like, I haven't read those. I might as well. Which, speaking of, I don't know if you were here when I said stars, but I reread the first Redwall book. That was one of my books. Love that. That's such, like, an 80s thing to do. Oh, actually, you guys want to hear weird facts that I learned yesterday? That if I lived in Chicago, could probably get me killed. That's a joke. But I watched a serial killer documentary yesterday because, like, how else do you spend a holiday? Right? It's a day off. I don't have to do anything. I'm going to play Trash Goblin and watch a 6-hour serial killer documentary. Like, that's just a normal thing for people to do. But there was a documentary that I hadn't seen before on John Wayne Gacy. And I actually learned a lot from it. There was a lot of new information in there for me, which was great. I love learning things. And a lot of it, the reason that it hasn't been, like, common in other documentaries is because it paints the CPD in a very bad, like, Chicago Police Department. Which, like, they did that to themselves, but they still won't be a fan of it getting called out, you know? You know how cops in the US are. Yeah, this is almost looking like an orange already. You can see the texture happening. We're getting there. But it did go into, because they've been working on, they reopened
Capitalism
the
sucks.
case. Capitalism does sucks. They reopened the case to try and identify some of the bodies that hadn't been identified originally that they found in the crawl space. If anybody needs, like, the primer on John Wayne Gacy, just let me know. I can just go off for a bit if you guys need more information. Yeah, exactly. Same Rainbow. Like, I just find it interesting, and especially with the trend that's been happening more recently, like in the past 5 years, with documentaries like that, where they focus more on the victims and the victims' families than the actual killer. I enjoy those a lot. In, like, an interesting way, not in a I want to bang this guy way, which a lot of people are like that, and I don't. But, you know. Nice! Merry Murder Marathon, that's beautiful. I definitely, like, watch Forensic Files when I'm napping and stuff. That's my nice nap show. Which I'm not the only person that does that. Like, a lot of people do that. What's this line? Who are you? Where did you come from? What's your name? I don't know what that's supposed to be. I'm just gonna do that. You can be like that. Yes. You know what, Rainbow? The past 5 hotels I've been in did not have a Forensic Files channel. They didn't have the channel that was playing Forensic Files, and it fucked up my entire life. Like, it's not a hotel stay if you don't watch Forensic Files. I had to watch it on my iPad. Not the same. Weirdly specific things. I'm not autistic. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I know. Isn't that crazy? Fucking nuts. What kind of world have we created where there's a robot that lies to you and there's no Forensic Files on hotel TVs? We've lost the way. We need to go back. Not in a DeLorean, though. That's a bad idea. Oh, spraying this. That was the other thing I wanted to do. You guys want to see my giant textbook? Of course you do. It's Human Osteology. Yes, absolutely. You can tell your story whenever. Feel free. Even if I'm rambling, you are welcome to tell your story. Because the great thing about having text is that I can go back and look. Okay. Spray this one. Cantaloupe is a little bent, but not as bad as the cantaloupe. Or not as bad as the persimmon. I know my words. This one is a little bent, but not that bad. You guys are gonna hear a weird That's the spray bottle. Don't worry about it. See, I knew you guys were gonna do that. Okay. He's still driving a DeLorean? That's wild. Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah, I know that my tolerance for forensic files is much higher than many other people's, so they get tired of it. But I do enjoy whenever we go on like a family trip or whatever. Greg will be in a separate hotel room from me, but we will both be watching forensic files if it is available, and texting about the episode before, because he'll usually go to bed like earlier than I do. But I've watched all of Forensic Files so often that he can be like, how does this one end? And I can just like... I'm a normal person. I don't know what you're talking about. I do still have Defunctland, the new Defunctland to watch. But the reason that I watched the John Wayne Gacy, other than just enjoying it, documentary, is that they also made a new dramatic show about it. So I decided to watch the big documentary before I did the dramatized show. So I have both that and the new Defunctland to watch over the weekend while I'm painting, so I don't know, I'm gonna be busy. That's so funny, DB. I love it. Oh my gosh. Please tell me it was one of the adults and not one of the like baby adults. I know that they're like basically grown up now, but okay, good. I would be more worried about one of the half babies. I don't know what to call those. I guess juvenile is probably the correct thing, but I mean, I guess it's free fiber. I don't know. Do crows need a lot of fiber? I don't know. I don't know about crow things, really. Just that they're neat. Okay. Oh, I could put more of this one. Oh, I was also gonna check to see. I considered buying another 2 of this, but different. You guys can't see where I'm pointing. One of the yellows that I have, but I couldn't remember if I already had or not. Yeah, DB, Rainbow has been giving them peanuts regularly, and she has like a whole murder of them now that pop by to get peanuts. Wow, I didn't know that geese were such prolific poopers. Although I guess for birds it is poop and pee in one handy dandy splot, you know? Yes, I hate geese. I have bird fear. So like, I don't automatically hate all birds, but I am scared of them. Especially if they're next to me. Like, I do enjoy like the aesthetic of bird, but I don't want them to touch me. And part of that is because I took swimming lessons in a lake when I was growing up, It was a man-made lake and it was disgusting. But there were a lot of geese, Canadian geese, that hung out there during the summer. And they didn't like it when people walked past them to get into the water. They didn't actually hang out in the water of the swimming area, but they would attack you as you ran through, because you did have to run to get into the water. Once you got into the water, you were safe. Yes, I know that you know exactly which one I'm talking about, DB, with the nasty algae problem. Yeah. So I have been bitten by a goose more than once. And if you have never been bitten by a goose, please keep it that way. It's not fun. Because they bite and twist, and it hurts really, really bad. They have teeth. It hurts. If you can avoid getting bitten by a goose, I highly recommend avoiding it. Because it sucks. Yeah, we swapped. We did swapsies, which is so funny. So DB is living like right next to where I grew up. So whenever I vague about something, DB knows exactly what I'm talking about. And has probably experienced a similar thing. Like I never say the name when I'm streaming, I think, but I do drop enough hints that you could figure it out if you wanted to, probably. I actually was my therapist, of all people, actually lived near where I grew up too. And so she knows some of the landmarks there, specifically ones that were owned by one part of my family, who, if you know a lot of my lore, they're the bad ones. Which, if you've heard me talk about my family before, you can kind of guess how bad they would have to be for me to call them the bad ones. I said, oh yeah, you'll know about this location and this location that part of my family owned. You will be hearing more about that part of the family that will make you not want to go back to that place ever again. They don't own it anymore, to my understanding, but like that side of the family, I think they sold it when they moved, because it was a grandma's thing that ran in the family, but I think other people own it now. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah. It was just kind of like, oh, wait. You know the horrid place. We both escaped. Yeah. I've mentioned before that I grew up in Oregon, right? And I went to a very affluent town where a lot of rich people lived. So they're all horrid. There were some like people who were nice, and they were mostly the people who were my friends who were poor. But I got made fun of a lot because I was in a mailing district that was different than the school district. So I was in a different city, technically, our address was, for most of the time I was growing up, which was the poor side of town. So I was part of the people that the Richies complained about ruining the school district, and they would do that while I could hear them, on purpose. The adults would do that on purpose because, you know, there's nothing quite like having beef with a second grader to make you feel really important. Yeah. It's just, I don't know, man. Some people are very interesting, and I'm glad that I don't have to interact with them anymore. Okay, we're gonna do... I pulled out this bigger brush. I don't know that I actually gonna use this bigger brush now I think about it. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. For this one, I probably do. We can do that. But yeah, my high school boyfriend had a which brand was it actually? He got a secondhand Lexus, I think, as his first car as a gift from his father. And they were not the richest people in the town. But they did house flipping for fun. His dad and his stepmom did. And then they bought a house that one of my adult friends had lived in when they first moved to the area. And they ran out of money while they were working on it. Really ran out of money because there was a lot more problems than they anticipated with it. Yeah, so what they did was they would live in the house and flip the house while they were living in it. So once the house got nice enough that it actually matched their hoity-toity vibes, they would move out. So when I first met them, they were living in a house that they had just finished that had a wine cellar in it with a glass door, just to give you kind of the level of vibe that these people were doing. They had made an actual, it wasn't a full-on cellar, but there was a room in the basically basement that they had lined with stone and put in a cooling system that had a glass door so you could, keep your wine in there and everybody could see it. Ooh, interesting. I'm intrigued. Okay. I think I'm probably going to go back over this orange again. Oh, interesting. Do they actually because I feel if you were doing that and hiring family in order to make more money with the house flipping, you would share some of the profits there. Because otherwise you're just using your immigrant relatives the same way that other people in the US use them. And I'm sure there's more nuance to this, but oh, I love that, DB. Oh, they're gonna be so fucking mad about that too. Everybody was so hoity-toity about that. Oh, we have eggplant paper. They definitely did end up swimming in part of that was part of the private property. Of course they did. And it was wildly different, as you might expect. Ah, gotcha, Rainbow, that's fair. Electrical work can get really expensive too. Ah, nice. Yeah, one of the friends of my high school boyfriend, who I still kind of vaguely keep in contact with because he's friends with another friend, in the area. His dad was a painter, so he worked with his dad a lot of the summers. Oh, I'm sure. They're all such assholes. So instead, he decided to risk electrocution. That seems like a fair trade-off, sure. Like, either you constantly have dirty fingers, or you have the risk of having really dirty fingers once. Oh, cool! Here's a video of me laughing maniacally while somebody sets off a huge thing of fireworks in the backyard of that place. That's probably still on E-Bombs World somewhere. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, if you do it a lot, you get super careful about it, you know. My dad has a PhD in electrical engineering, which meant that he kind of decided that he could do electrics in our house whenever things needed to be done, which was the best idea. He did definitely really shock himself a couple of times, but he gets really mad if you remind him about that. Honestly, it runs genetically, and I do think that also there is something to be said about neurodivergent people finding their own. So I think that people who are, like, stay happily married with somebody are likely also neurodivergent. So usually you get the double whammy, you know? Yeah, it's not like 100% guarantee kind of a thing, you know, but... Oh, I should mess with this more, actually. Yeah, my maternal grandfather, I'm pretty sure was autistic, if I'm being honest. He very much enjoyed time to himself, and that was part of why he did so much, like, yard work and stuff. So he grew up on a farm with his parents, who had like 1 million children. All boys too, which is great if you're using your family to work a farm. But he and my grandma had a big, they have like a couple acres of land, or did. My grandpa's passed away. But he would spend most of his time taking care of the grass, and then you would need, or like the yard and stuff, and then would have his quiet snack time in the nook in the same chair with the same kind of mug repeatedly. And you weren't supposed to bother him because he would get cranky if he didn't have his alone time. Which sounds a lot like me, doesn't it? Yeah, I think a lot more people in my family are neurodivergent than they've gotten credit for. Again, it's not like that strange of a concept, really. Because it do be running in families. Yeah, that's so fair. I am officially diagnosed with ADHD now. With the kind of caveat that maybe once we start working on some of my PTSD, I might not be like truly ADHD. Which I did talk to my therapist about, like, being worried that it wasn't going to be taken seriously because of that, because there are a lot of things with trauma where it will mimic other mental health things because your brain has been in survival mode for so long that it does weird things to try to keep together. Yeah, I think I'm probably ADHD, but I specifically do not want an autism diagnosis. For a couple of reasons. One, please look at the current state of everything. I don't trust anybody to have that information on paper. And also, I would like to immigrate at some point, and autism is still one of those ones that gets you booted because of the same kind of bullshit. But, yeah, exactly. Yeah, which sucks. Like, it's so stupid. And it's not like, for autism and specifically, it's not like you need to be diagnosed because it's not like there's medication or anything like ADHD would do for you. So it's more of a personal choice if you feel better about having a diagnosis. Which is totally fair. But I will probably be avoiding that. Sure, if you want to. If you want to tell us, I mean. But yeah, I don't want to live in the US for forever. And that is still one of the ones that a lot of countries will filter you out over. And like a lot of people, even people who are diagnosed, will be like, that's actually not really true. They're only trying to filter out people who are high needs. Like, that isn't a diagnosis, though. The high needs part is not a diagnosis, so they can pull that out for anybody they want to. People will pretend like that's some sort of gotcha, and I'm like, that... Basically, you're saying I should be happy about it because I'm not one of the bad ones. I don't think that's coming across the way that you really want that to come across. Because really, you're just copycatting eugenics bullshit at me and expecting me to be happy about it. Yeah, I have other things that I can pull that for, though. You know? Because I do be queer. And I have the ADHD now, too. And PTSD, which also is not great fun in general, but... Right? Mine isn't quite... I was gonna say that drastic, but I don't think that's a fair statement, because, like, I do be fucking with my entire life, actually. Hey, cat! But I have smaller reactions than that, I guess, or more internal reactions. I've got an internal combustion engine. So, like, I actually, one of my triggers is a specific song from a specific movie, and it really fucking sucks because it's everywhere. And I actually got triggered by that outside of the seasons when I'm supposed to like avoid stuff to look out for it the other day. And I can say right now, I got triggered while I was on the call with Cap. I don't think Cap was aware that that had happened to me. Because I don't do external stuff when I get like that. I like shut down externally. It all happens in my head. Because again, that is a PTSD reaction because it was not safe to show emotion when I was going through stuff like that. Which do be giving you the PTSD, man. But it was fine. I managed to calm myself down and it was okay. PTSD, generally, mental health, I guess, as a whole. But, yeah, it's more like that for me, DB. Like, my eyes get big, but that's pretty much the only external indicator. I think I am going to end up lifting some of the color back up here because even though this is not technically accurate, I do think that looks better than what I did here. With the higher highlights saved a little bit. I'll probably lift some color off there. I also should take a progress photo. Technically, you missed 2 cocaine stories. They were just, you know, vaguely related. How do I want to do that? I might as well work on that now. Grab the towel. Okay. I have some spots in here I can pull. Won't be exactly the same as the other one, but this side was a little bit more in shadow anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, they're connected, but, you know, it still is technically 2 stories. You told us 2. I think I'm making some good progress on these. I don't think, because as we go through the moon phases for these, the actual painting part, like the hard painting detail part, gets shorter. It gets smaller every time. So as I go through, these should take me like less time as I go, which is good. Eventually, I'll actually have these done and it'll be great. Well, I guess except for the plum, since I've decided I'm adding that one. We also made fun of Elon Musk for a while. Which, like, I do on a regular basis, so I feel like that wasn't really missing anything per se. This one? If so, yes, I did. I did. I had forgot to bring them out when I started, but when I took a break, I went and grabbed them. Oh yeah, I don't... Have you guys met before, actually, DB and Cap? I don't know if you have. You might have, and I just don't remember. Yeah, that's my boyfriend, DB. In case you weren't aware. And DB is one of Grimm's really, really good friends. And we happen to have been tortured in the same town growing up. Yeah, I'll retell it, and then we can blame me if you guys have met before. Yeah, that's true, because I forced Grimm. I say forced. I asked politely, but I knew Grimm was going to say yes. For Grimm to GM a game because my boyfriend wanted to play D&D again. Yes, yes. Cap is the reason for the Cappies. If you have your emotes from this channel, you can put your Tundra 48 stairs in chat. Is it 48? I always forget what the number is. I really wish that, like, I don't want to be a partner because that sounds scary. And stressful as hell, but I would like to be able to make my own. It is 48. Wow, look at me go. I would like to be able to make my own emote prefix because I want it to be KDB so that it sounds like I'm doing the thing. So KDB Angie, you know? I did see that, DB. It looked like it was from a company that was not good. I did look into that. I landed on a different advent calendar for myself this year. Yeah, exactly. Yes, very good, Rainbow. Yeah. I do like the idea of KDB doing thing. Safe concept. Yeah, I appreciate that, though. I appreciate the thought. And the fact that you know me well enough to know that I would be into that, but not be into it if it was AI. I did get myself an advent calendar this year, because I usually get, well, for the past while, I got my brother a tea advent calendar from the company that I buy tea from. And then my dad took over doing that, so I have to find Greg a different advent calendar every year. So last year I got him little jams, which I saved all of the little jars because I am neurotypical. And this year I got him a hot sauce advent calendar. And for me, last year I bought two. I got myself a caramel one, and then I got myself a very expensive yarn one, which was really fun. But this year I got a off-brand Lego one that's like Lego flowers, and you make a different flower every day. I'm really excited to open that one. I also got the little cat toy advent calendar. Yeah, maybe, Rainbow. I don't know. With the 0, you probably have better chances. But yeah, I'm excited about it. We'll see how it is, because like it isn't the actual like Lego brand one, so it might be kind of off. But it was a company that had better reviews than the others that I'd seen, so we'll see. Nice. Yeah, I did see a couple of the Lego ones. They're really, like, Amazon as a whole is really pushing Harry Potter bullshit. Including the Lego advent calendar for it. And, like, I know why they're pushing it. And it's because they spent way too much money on the new audiobooks. But it fucked. Yeah, that's fair, Freezered. But you can also, because you get your own emotes, even if you aren't actively streaming, because you get a free sub, right? So, really, you can just commission emotes that you want to use to add. And you can just have it be your own shit, you know? Because that's definitely why I have the, like, tier 2 and tier 3 emotes for my stream. What they are, they're just ones that I wanted to use. So the smoochy one is my tier 3, if I remember correctly. And I just got that because, like, I'm gonna use that. You guys have seen me. You know how flirty I am. Maybe it does mean that. Artists do be passing around the same $20 bill repeatedly. Yep, we all know it. Like, Rainbow and I have swapped the same $20 bill back and forth at least 4 times at this point. And with me and Doodle, honestly, it's more like we swap $80 back and forth. Oh yeah, you have animated slots that you don't have filled, huh, Cap? Yeah, I was gonna say, that's right. Especially if you set up, I don't know if you have or not, but have the Twitch alerts, like, set up through Twitch, you get 2 extras. I can definitely say that Cap does very good commissions. If anybody didn't know, my PNG tuber right here was a commission from Cap. He made this for me. And I have seen his not safe for work stuff, and I would recommend, honestly. Especially if you are a person who likes boobs. Cap draws boobs like a lesbian does. And that's the highest compliment I can give. I mean, there are some people who aren't into boobs, which is fair.
watch the dandelions float through the sky. Give me something I can see for myself.
Although I do think that even if you aren't into boobs sexually, you should be into them as stress balls. They're very useful for other things.
So don't stare. We got something, yeah, we can live for ourselves. We're working hard, but playing harder all night. We never sleep, we stay up nights. We did our hair in love in front of our
They're just different. That doesn't mean they're wrong.
best days of our lives.
You can say that you disagree with them. That's fair. I mean, that's basically how I treat Cap when he has a bad day at work. Like, I know what my man is about.
It's so quiet, oh my god.
Yeah.
That look in your eyes, talking so loud. Shut your mouth. You're on the big screen. I know what you're trying to sell me. The good kind of parasite, a bad bloodsucker. The good kind of parasite, a bad bloodsucker.
Ooh, nice. I also have some corsets that I have not worn recently, actually. I got some specifically as like actual support garments because my back is a fucking nightmare. Thanks Hypermobility for making sure that my spine can never properly support itself. Love that.
They wanna tell me what is a minor. Dance on their bodies in the golden age.
But they're a pain in the ass to put on, so I don't more often than not. Yep.
It's so quiet, oh my god. Thanks for inviting me. You won't feel anything. Red, rich blood. Let's drink up. I want your thin skin. I know what you're trying to tell me. The good kind of parasite. A bad bloodsucker.
Thanks. This is one of my favorite bands, ACS.
Parasite.
And I have a band for them. Because they are also Twitch streamers. Which is how I founded them.
I'm not ashamed. I'll make you feel like I feel every day. Fill me up.
Yeah, it's probably that and the fact that you have like really based thighs, Rainbow, because that's where all the movement actually comes from for belly dancing. Like there is control over like your core muscles and stuff, but most of the like actual hip rocking is in your legs.
They got the poison, but I brought the plague.
It might also just be because you like a lot of color too. There's a lot of belly dancers who tend towards color just because of the background, you know? Yeah, I think you have enough going on at the moment. Oh, speaking of, have you gotten your cutter set up? That isn't like a you should have set up your cutter. I'm like legitimately curious if you've done it yet. Yes, I recall you mentioning. Ooh, exciting! I'll have to make sure to be there for that. I was gonna say I'm hoping to sleep in tomorrow, but I don't want the tectonic plates to get any other ideas, because the last time I said that, we had a big earthquake. And I had to wake up early and it scared the cat. And yeah, it makes sense to open it on stream since it was a little gifty from Wib. I do have stuff I need to send you because I got you something when I was visiting Cap. And I also have that little sheep that I crocheted last year from the yarn from my advent calendar to send you. A Wib Day present, perfect. Yeah, that's fair. You had other stuff going on. Like, we get it. Or I get it. I can't speak for everybody, but anybody who doesn't get it can, you know, have a talk where my feet meet their shins, you know? It's a friendly discussion. Of course, that's what friends are for. This is getting there. I'm looking at it. I'm staring at it on screen because it always has a little bit different visual on the screen, and that's also how it's going to scan, which is important information for me to have. Also, it's actually from direct on, which gives me a different view of it too. Do you think I may need to lighten up or like, what's the word? Desaturate these shadows in the center? So I think that pith looks a little bit too orangey, even though that is what it looks like in the reference image. I think it doesn't read correctly. Which is one of the fun things about being an artist, is you get to decide which things you have to change from the reference because they don't make sense to brains. I wish I had that kind of money. There's actually a few pieces that are weird sizes that I should really get matted because they will probably sell better that way, but like also that's extra work and money. Yeah, you'll have to tell me what all's in your queue. I like hearing which things you're framing. Do I want to leave that like that, or do I want to set it up a bit? That's fair. No, Cap does custom framing for his day job. trying to decide if I want to start this next segment or if I just want to stream. I think maybe the answer is in stream. Because I want to go eat a food. I also can tell that my throat is starting to get sore. So I've been chatty today. Ah, yeah, that's right. That's cool. You mentioned him. Yeah, I get leftover turkey and fixins, so I do need to take a photo of this. We may work on these more next time if I don't get them done over the weekend. Because I do have 2 of these to do. I have the orange and the peach still. So you guys might see these again. I will at least show you the finished pieces. But we'll see how far I get. I don't think I'm that far off from this one being done, honestly. I'll probably finish rendering the segments the same way. And I still need to work on the peel a little bit, get some more texture in there. And I'll probably go back through and shade some of the darks with a little bit of red. Just because that'll make it a little bit more oomph. I just did! I will take a better photo of me holding them up because we're gonna go raid Sleepy. Normally we would go raid Rainbow, but she's saving up her energies for her birthday stream tomorrow. Oh yeah, I know you were DB. Shawnee redeemed the progress photo thing for me. That's who I was talking to. Yep, we're the merge tab squad. That's our job. Actually, we need to merge the tabs. Let me try if I can set you up here, and that'll be fine. I will see you guys on Wednesday again. No Monday streams for a bit because I have many modeling sessions. Later, DB. Thanks for popping in. It was good to talk to you, and congrats on the art studio. But I do have 2 modeling sessions next week, so we'll see how I'm feeling around streams. I will let people know in the Discord, and I will do my best to post on socials, but if I get really brain foggy, I forget sometimes. So I will let y'all know. Friday might be a no-go. Hopefully I'll be feeling up for it on Wednesday. Because that's before the second modeling session. The second modeling session is also in the morning, which is harder for me. Because I can't shove a bunch of electrolytes in me to keep my muscles happy beforehand. Let me switch over to the ending screen, because that's what we be doing right now. My brain just completely dropped its cache. I do not remember what I was saying at all. Welcome to my brain, where the sentences are made up and the words don't matter. You're not a nuisance, Shawnee. What are you talking about? You're a delight. Even if you were a nuisance, you are worth it. Let me do that. Shawnee has put the raid commands in chat. The first one has emoji you can use anywhere on Twitch, no matter your subscription status. The second one has an emote you can use if you're subscribed to my channel. So if you're going to join us on our little adventure today, please copy and paste the one that is relevant to you. We're going to be visiting Sleepy, who most of you know. Sleepy does have some more chatty and some more raunchy jokes than I usually do. So if you don't If you aren't into that, you don't need to come with us. That's okay. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Remember that you're loved because I love you. If you can't take care of or be kind to yourself for yourself, please do so for me because I think you're awesome and deserve nice things, including from yourself, even on the days when it's really hard. So let's work on being kinder to ourselves and each other, and then we can meet up back here on Wednesday and, you know, talk about what we've been up to and what our victories were, or get a little top up on good community kindness, or learn more cocaine facts, you know, any of those. All right, I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye. Oh, also, everybody go hang out at Rainbow Stream tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll glare at you a lot. Okay? You'll feel it. You don't even need to see it. You will feel me glaring at you. Okay. Okay, bye.